is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, September 23rd already. I'm Jeff, here with Tori.
Hello.
Hi. You're excited about today's show, huh?
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like the enthusiasm. Brandon, are you enthused for today's show?
Oh!
I like it.
Couldn't
I
let
like
you be
it.
the only one, Tori. I got your back.
Thanks,
I got
man.
your back.
I appreciate that. All right, let's jump right in with the enthusiasm. Well, Carol Baskins was saved from elimination last night on Dancing with the Stars, but the Tiger King activist is now in more hot water. Check this out. Carol danced a waltz to the song What's New Pussycat?
Yeah, we get it.
Clever,
Yeah.
clever. And was placed in the bottom two, but the judges voted to keep her around. Meantime, the family of her missing former husband, Don Lewis, is now suing Carol for defamation over remarks made on the show about his disappearance and her alleged involvement in his death. During last night's show, Carol broke down when talking about all the negative attention she has received. Let's watch.
I've seen what the media can do to you. And I hate that I try even harder to be strong in their presence. I keep it inside and wait until everybody's gone before I can break down. And I don't know how to make it better.
All right, well, I got a correction. It's Carol Baskin. I said Baskins.
Oh.
I just didn't want the wrath of the
lot
Tiger
of
King
people would
community to come get me. But go for it, Tori.
Well, I just find this very weird pull between laughing at this pop culture moment, right, and being like, "What's up, Pussycat?" The waltz and all this, and you know, what is it? The tiger's eye, you know,
The eye of the tiger?
and then also seeing like a family like incredibly tragically mourning their dad. It's like two different ends of a spectrum. I don't know whether to laugh or to like not laugh. So I'm very confused. To be super
I'm
honest.
with you. You know, we're in this, you know, call-out culture era, and
Right.
people are getting canceled left and right for allegations done 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. People are losing their jobs. But in this case, we have an alleged murderer. I'm going to
Right.
say that again, alleged. I'm going to drop the paper clip. and you get on Dancing with the Stars. So I'm with Tori on this one. If I was that family
I'd be
and someone's
heartbroken.
skipping around to What's New Pussycat and I still don't have
crying.
closure with my family about my dad, I'm with Tori on this one, Brandon. Where are you at?
Look, I'm with you guys, Tori. I'm gonna channel my inner Tori Showman and say, look at the tiger lady with the crocodile tears. You see what I did with that one? Because look, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's profiting off of it. Does she feel remorse? Absolutely. She probably feels some sort of terrible inside. But if I'm that family, I'm not going to let you make any more money without a fight. So just think if this was Nicole Brown Simpson's family and OJ was on Dancing with the Stars. OJ belongs on the Dancing with the Stars because he's a Hall of Fame running back. But you're the tiger lady from a show where you weren't even the star. Joe Exotic was a star, if you ask me.
I think they were co-stars
yeah.
in the craziness of it all.
That was a crazy
But what if, how about this? We're going to get off this subject, but what if she is innocent? What if
Right.
she didn't do it and she has all this hatred from people like me and you?
And guess what? Because she can do about it. She can sue if she wants to for defamation against that family. So far, she has not countersued. She hasn't pushed back, which you'd expect to see of someone sort of who is innocent and trying to prove themselves innocent.
All right. Well, I don't know how much longer she's going to last on the show, but when she's gone, and we'll talk about her one more time, and then she might be gone forever. Okay, the hit 90s sitcom Friends was reimagined last night with an all-black cast. Gabrielle Union put together the table read for the Zoom Where It Happened series. The cast included Sterling K. Brown and Emmy winner Uzo Aduba as Phoebe. Cynthia Erivo kicked off the event with her rendition of the Friends theme song. I can't believe I nailed all those names. I'm so proud of myself, but I can't say Carol Baskin. Watch.
I'll be there for you, like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Oh. Beautiful.
My Zooms do not look like that.
No.
That was a fun Zoom.
Yeah.
All right. The event highlighted the organization, When We All Vote, and the cast performed the episode, The One Where No One's Ready. I remember that.
Yes.
What'd you think about this, Tori?
I love it because, first of all, I love Friends and I love the writing, but I also love to poke fun at the fact that in New York at that time, apparently black people did not exist. I mean, Friends was so deprived of anyone of color that it's highly embarrassing. So I know they're doing a reunion,
Yes.
a reboot of the original, but I'm glad to see people step up. They did this for the Golden Girls. They did an all-black cast reading for the Golden Girls. It's just great representation, and it gets you to focus on voting, and it gets new people that you might not have seen on your screen. I think it's fantastic.
Brandon, how you loving it?
You know, it's one of those things where I know I'm the guy on this show that I don't like those shows that bring the nostalgia to our audience, the Spaceballs, the Friends, all those things. But when you look at it, at first I'm thinking to myself, like, why didn't they do it for Living Color? Because that was such a great show, and that show was representation for black Americans at that time. But then I'm thinking about it, Tori and Jeff, and it's like I was so caught up in the sports world as a kid. I wasn't in the theater. I wasn't into TV productions. So for a Gabrielle Union or for a Sterling K. Brown, that could be a show that they wanted to be on. Hey, I'm going to work my butt off so I can be on that show and star on that show one day. So I see why they're doing this, and they should just ignore the backlash, because and like you said, Tori, they raised a lot of money for a great cause.
Yeah, it really is. And to be super honest, even the extras on Friends weren't black. I mean, it was like ridiculously. I'm just glad someone's pointing it out, because it was so whitewashed, that show. It was a great show, well written, great actors. I still loved it. But let's call out the obvious.
I think we did.
I think we did.
I think we got it. All right. Okay. Sharon Stone has locked lips with her fair share of leading men.
Hello.
But the actress told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live that her Casino co-star Robert De Niro was the best kisser of them all. Let's watch.
But I was just so madly in love with him that as an actress to start with, that he probably could have hit me in the head with a hammer and I would have been like, oh yeah, but it was pretty fabulous. So I don't know that I could compare anything else to that. Everything else was kind of like meh.
Bobby De Niro with the sweet lips.
Bobby.
That's what we call each other.
Sweet lips.
For the record, Sharon also had on-screen kisses with Michael Douglas, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone. Some pretty manly company.
Yeah, but I could see De Niro being a little bit more, I could see being attracted to De Niro most, just because of the swagger.
If I had to kiss any four of those, I would go with Bobby. I'd go with Bobby De Niro, sweet lips.
Say it like you know him.
How about you, Brandon? You don't have to pick one of these guys, but anyone in Hollywood that you'd like to maybe lock lips with?
Halle Berry.
That was a tough one.
Halle Berry.
How did you pull that one out of your bag?
You see how quick that just rolled off of my tongue? Like, I've been so infatuated with Halle Berry since I was a kid. But here's the thing with Sharon Stone, to go back to that. That doesn't count. That doesn't count that he was the best kiss, because she was fangirling. Of course it's going to be the best kiss, because if you get a chance to kiss one of your crushes, then of course you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it was the most dreamy moment. She said the dude could have hit her over the head with a hammer, and she still would have gave him the best kiss. Come on now.
Yeah,
she was just
Brandon,
fangirling. That doesn't count.
I hear what she's saying in this aspect. There's very pretty girls that I've been with in the past, and what they do in their real life is ugly to me. And this is the truth. A lot of people don't believe me. I say this to my wife all the time. Your actions can make you ugly, and they could also
make you attractive.
Make you very attractive,
yes.
Right? In this case, Bobby De Niro, very attractive.
Very true.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's something like, why do I fall in love with people like John Malkovich? Because he's just like an interesting, weird, cool actor that I would love to lock lips with someday.
So that would be your number one?
I think a Malkovich, or even a Jeffrey Goldblum.
That's a good one.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about you?
Are we sticking with males? I tell you what, I always say this, Ricky Martin's the most handsome man in all of the world. All of the world.
Stunning.
And everyone's just silent. I stunned the crowd with Ricky Martin.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going? Even the producer is like, you can move on. Arash, you just told me to waste some time, and so I went to my Ricky Martin story.
It's the best one there is. He's so
all right, we added a story. It appears the next person to take over the role of James Bond has been revealed. According to reports, Venom and Matt, listen, If we're sticking with the guys, this is another one
You're
on my last list.
absolutely right.
Tom Hardy is next in line to play 007. Daniel Craig's final run as James Bond in No Time to Die is set to hit theaters in November. This is after the release was already delayed in April because of coronavirus, and now there's talk it could be delayed again. I'm a huge Tom Hardy fan. Huge.
Huge. If y'all haven't seen Peaky Blinders or I'm Bane. That's Bane. I heard someone over there even laugh. No,
You weren't on camera for it. Do it again.
Okay.
Try.
I'm Bane. What I mean by that is he is a method actor. He goes really deep, and he's also super strong, super good looking, dangerous, edgy. I can't wait to see what he does with Bond. I think he's excellent. Excellent actor.
Well, I think we got that.
Was the Bane thing weird?
Oh, yeah, everything was weird.
Okay.
It went to a weird place.
It went to a weird place. Sorry. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Not as excited as you, apparently. Brandon, are you this excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. No, I'm not, because he played Bane so well. I can only look at him as a villain now. It's like if Heath Ledger was still alive. Could you see Heath Ledger playing any sort of good guy after he played the Joker?
That's an interesting
Absolutely
call.
not. This guy
Yeah.
is a villain forever to me.
Heath Ledger was great in 10 Things I Hate About You, and he wasn't a villain. I think he's one of those actors. I think Johnny Depp could play whatever role he wants to play, and he's going to be fantastic in it. Tom Hardy is kind of one of those guys I see playing any role, and he's going to be fantastic.
You know what he is, you guys? He disappears in the role, which is very hard for some people to do. Some people, you're like, oh, that's definitely Kevin Costner. In every movie, it's Kevin Costner, right?
Right.
He plays the same person all the time, and you want to see that, right? But I think some people disappear. The Daniel Day-Lewises, the Tom Hardys, the people like Dustin Hoffman, where they can transform, and you are with them on that journey. Plus, he's Bane.
I was going to say, I didn't even know who I was sitting next to. I was like, who is that when you did that little impersonation?
It
I
was good,
very,
right? I really transformed.
All right. I think we're going to bring it back, but maybe you're going to have to stick around to the end of the show. Brandon, you stick around as well. Coming up on DBL, Bindi Irwin's wild gender reveal. Stephanie Jones will join us and spill the tea in What Up Wednesday. Plus, the magazine unveils its annual, or Plus Time Magazine unveils its annual list of the 100 most influential people, from celebrities to global newsmakers. It is the most woke set of recipients ever. And as we go to break, check out our studio. Most of our coworkers are still producing this show from home during the pandemic. Stick around for that Tory impersonation again.
Daily to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag, filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time to get your weekly fix of celebrity gossip, so it means it's time for What Up Wednesday. Our first stop on the What Up World map is LA, home to couple goals Hilary Duff and Matthew Comer. So the pair welcomed a daughter in 2018 and tied the knot last year. And now, well, they're taking their relationship up a level. Or should I say down? Well, Matthew showed off his new ink this week. It's his wife's name on his left buttocks. And he said online, good luck winning a fight with your wife when her name is tattooed on your butt cheek. He's got a point, and I'm taking notes. Here's what's up. That looks a lot like Hilary's handwriting, so who's to say it wasn't her that gave the tattoo? DBL Nation, what do you guys think of tattooing your lover's name on your, you know? Well, grab your passports because we're going to Australia to visit Bindi Irwin. The 22-year-old daughter of the crocodile hunter has just announced the sex of her future child, and it's a girl. In perfect Irwin fashion, Bindi made the announcement on Instagram saying that her daughter is the same size as a hatchling Aldabra tortoise. Here's what's up. Notice how Bindi didn't have to set off explosives that end up starting catastrophic wildfires to announce the sex of a future child. No, because Bindi is smart. Be more like Bindi. That's it for this week's What Up Wednesday. Daily Plus Live will be back after this.
Ladies, what's
Welcome back to DBL. Time magazine came out with its annual top 100 most influential people list today.
Are you on it?
Well, no, unfortunately, I'm not. Maybe in the future, though. No surprise here, Dr. Anthony Fauci made one of the eight covers. I'm not happy about it. We'll talk about it later. He was praised for delivering the truth and not being pressured by politicians. Dwayne Wade and his wife Gabrielle Union also graced one of the covers, and Blinding Lights singer The Weeknd made the cut. And rapper Megan Thee Stallion, who Time calls a pioneer. So before we get started, pick one. Okay, guys, pick one and put them on the cover. What I think they should do is take all 100, make a mosaic of what the virus we know today as the coronavirus with all the spikes. That sums up 2020, and it should be a mosaic of all 100 people making a coronavirus.
I hate saying this, you know I do, but I think you might be right on this one, because not only did you pick 8 people, you picked 8 people who are very liberal, left-leaning. If President Trump, who is on that list, isn't on the cover, that doesn't really play, because he's certainly one of the most influential of of all time. It feels a little bit leaning left, and I'm someone who leans left, so for me to say that is a big deal. So I say stick to either one cover or do
one person on the cover, right.
or do a diverse covers of different people of political different backgrounds.
No covers.
No covers.
One cover.
One cover.
No S.
Okay.
Sorry, Brandon. I'm really fired up about the 8 people, everybody wins first place mentality we're living in today.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, Tori, you said it's leaning a little left. I'm going to lean a little to my hater side. What is The Weeknd doing up there? Can someone please honestly tell me what hit, like, what music has he come out with since I was playing football in the Canadian Football League?
I think it's more for
I don't
his
understand
social
why
justice
he's up there. So can
campaign.
someone please explain that?
I think it's like the Blinding Lights has been really a big song, that 80s kind of take, but I kind of know what you mean. I don't know exactly what influence he's doing other than maybe just musically.
Well, he does it. He dresses up, right, to all the events.
He wears a bloodied face, but that is particularly to be advertise his drunk driving song. So it has nothing to do with social justice.
So, Brent, you do have a good point. I'd like to dive in a little bit more of how they came to this conclusion, or anybody on that list, right? How do they break that down to the top 100?
I can see Megan Thee Stallion up there because of her music. That type of, you know, that classy, ratchet, savage. That song, that was a TikTok hit.
Yeah.
She's a pioneer when it comes to like these women rappers and really saying what they want, not being in a box, not only with their sexuality, but just their lyrics as well. So I can see Megan Thee Stallion, but I can't see The Weeknd.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, let's just pick one. Let's pick one and just go with it. All right. We'll be right back, everybody.
Promotional consideration is
Welcome back to DBL. Now, before we go, we have to mention former Chicago Bears star and Hall of Famer Gale Sayers. He died today at the age of 77. Very sad day for the football community, Chicagoans. He was considered one of the greatest running backs in history, but his career was cut short by a knee injury. His story was famously told in the 1971 TV movie Brian Song. For people who haven't seen this movie, Brian Song, it is the #1 ultimate guy cry movie. This is a sad day, Brandon, for Chicago Bears fans. Like I said, everybody. He's the youngest player ever inducted into the NFL at age 34. I mean, this guy.
Hall of Fame or the NFL?
NFL Hall of Fame
Wow.
at age 34. The Kansas Comet was his nickname. Brandon, sad day, buddy.
I mean, he was the hashtag more than an athlete way before he was even a hashtag. I mean, I have a quote here where he said, "We must stop the trend of closing schools and building prisons." Like, who was thinking about that stuff back then? You know, or who was really openly speaking out against it? He also said, "I learned that if you want to make it bad enough, no matter how bad it is, you can make it." Everyone sit on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it, man. And what an inspiration, like you said. He was. Billy D. Williams played him in Brian's Song, and James Caan played Brian Piccolo. It's what we need today, and that was in 1971. People coming together. Brandon, I always talk about sports bringing us together. We're out of time. I love you, B. London. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bane!